Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name's Sipsky, your host. Today I'll be talking about 5 reasons why I'm keeping my Samsung Note 3. Number 5, the specs. Samsung Note 3, even for 2018, even in fact 2019, is more than adequate. It has a quad-core CPU, 2.3 gigahertz, and it depends on the region. If you're in China, for example, you may even have an octa-core microprocessor in this Samsung Note 3. And it has 3 gig RAM. It has 32 gig internal memory. Now, it depends on the type of model you have. You could go all the way from 16, 32, 64 gig, right? But that's more than enough. Having 32 gig internal memory and 3 gig RAM, I would say for most people, including myself, is more than adequate. It has a, the camera is 13 megapixel, 1/3 inch camera. That's the same thing as iPhone 6 and 7. They also have 1/3 inch sensor. It has the front camera only 2 megapixel, but it's more than enough for doing video conferencing. It has all the other features like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 4G, cellular network. It has the what else does it have? It has the NFC, right? It has GPS and so on. I mean, literally, this camera has everything that you need. In fact, even have a couple of other sensors that you may not find in other smartphone, like for example, barometer. It's found not in every model has it, like every smartphone, but this one has it. Okay, so pretty cool. I'm happy with the spec. So that's number 5. Number 4, Note, Samsung Note, known for its pen feature, being able to draw on the screen. So, I mean, I don't use it as much, but, if you're into like drawing, into diddling, and maybe you want to write something, like for example, somebody's address, or let's say you want to write a recipe, I think it's good to have this kind of feature. I sometimes use it from time to time if I'm in a rush. I need to write somebody else his address or the name or do some sketch, something like that. It's good to have. It's not the most important feature. It's more of a luxury, really. So Note, Samsung Note series smartphone has that, and this Note 3, the pen does a pretty good job. Not the best, but it does a good job. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 3, the reason why I'm keeping Samsung Note 3 is because the screen size. It's 5.7 inch screen size, right? I mean, that's part of the spec, but this is one thing why Note 3 kind of shines among other Samsung's smartphone. And it used to be one of those very big screen. When people saw this phone, especially Apple people, right? Like, oh, that's such a big screen. That was like 5 years ago. And then all of a sudden Apple decided, oh, maybe that's a good idea to have a big screen. So they came up with a Plus. Yeah. Note 6 and Note 7 Plus. Yeah. So and now they're catching on, right? They're thinking, yeah, we've got to have a big screen too. And they realize why it's important. A lot of people do Instagram, YouTube, or watching movies. That's right. Or watching YouTube. Right? So, I mean, big screen is great to have. Now, 5.7 inch screen is not big anymore. In fact, I think it's a standard now, it seems. Okay? So, again, Note 3 has that. So, like I said, it's keeping up, right? I mean, even 2018, 2019, it's still relevant. And look how thin it is. It's quite thin. It's not as thin as some of the Apple devices, but it's thin enough. I mean, I could put it in my pocket, and it's like comfortable in my hand. Okay, so the screen's very good. In fact, this screen is, I think it's like 386 dot per inch. It's a full HD screen, so you can watch a full HD movie, kind of. But I mean, it's small screen, but condensed the pixel into this little screen. It feels like it's 1080p, right? It is 1080p. All right, so that's great. What about number 2? Number two. The reason why I'm keeping the Samsung Note 3, well, one thing I like about Samsung Note 2, Note 3, and even Note 4, batteries. Replaceable batteries. This is a 3,200 milliamp hour batteries. So, if I decide to keep this for 10 years, and I will be keeping it for 10 years. This is why, where's my other ones? I bought a backup. Look at that. I bought a backup because I'm so confident that I'm going to be using this for the next 10 years. I bought a backup. And so it has this, you know, the batteries. So if it runs out of battery, I just buy a new one on, you know, on different websites, third party, whatever you want to call it. But I have a bar. Hopefully, I get the original battery because you don't know about third party's quality, right? Okay, get the original Samsung battery and you put it in. It costs you less than $30. Bam, you got a device almost as new, right? So as long as you take care of your smartphone, there we go. I can keep on going with this, you know, phone. The battery, you know, I think it lasts about 3 years. And then you can, you know, buy a new one, put it in, and it lasts another 3 years. You put another one in, and it lasts another 3 years, right? Environmentally friendly device. If you're an environmentalist, I'm speaking to you guys. Don't get a new phone. If you really are truly environmentalist, keep this phone or keep the phone that you have right now. Do not upgrade. Don't tell me you're an environmentalist if you keep upgrading your phone, all right? Listen, the phone that you have is more than enough. Unless you're sneaking away from your work and doing your gaming stuff, you know, improving, you know, getting those heavy game stuff. I don't know what you call it, but anyway, game stuff, right? And they're always upgrading their devices. Yeah. Slap, slap, slap. Okay, so no, do not upgrade. This is more than adequate. In fact, I speak on behalf of those who care about their environment. And I myself am not the true environmentalist, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to be using this phone for the longest time, and I'm going to keep this from going down the garbage. Okay? What's better than recycling? Reuse. Reuse the stuff. All right, enough with that. Number one reason why I'm keeping my Note 3, because of the price. Right now, Note 3, if you were to purchase used, you can get it for about 150 US dollars, right? Or in Canadian dollars, 250 Canadian dollar used. You know, good quality one. You can get one $250 Canadian or 150 US dollars for this excellent quality, excellent spec smartphone. All right? Yeah. That's the top 5 reason why I'm keeping my Note 3. In fact, like I said, I got 2. Just in case, you know, I'm afraid that one day these gonna be obsolete because somebody decided, you know, that they're not gonna make it anymore, or you know, whatever the reason is. But having 2, you know, at least I now have ability to transfer all my information, duplicate the copy into this thing, and I got my old Samsung in a new body. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, that's why I'm keeping my Note 3. And it doesn't have to apply to Note 3 as well. It could apply to any smartphone that you have right now. Be happy with your smartphone. Please, for the environmental, for the environment, for the world, right? Keep your promise. Save the world by keeping your phone. Thanks for watching. EducateTube.com.